The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. c4 builds a strong center by controlling the important d5 square and creates a square for the knight to come to c3 without blocking the c-pawn. e6 opens up a line for the dark-squared bishop and prepares to castle quickly, while preparing to push a pawn to d5 and recapture with a pawn if captured. Knight c3 develops the knight to fight for the e4 square and to control d5. In the Nimzo-Indian defense, bishop b4 pins the knight on c3, preventing it from moving or protecting e4, and threatens to trade, disrupting white's pawns after b takes c3. Queen c2 defends the knight on c3 and continues the fight for the e4 square. d6 controls the e5 and c5 squares and opens up the d7 square. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. A solid choice. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside because the king is further from the center. This is an equal trade. Takes back. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This move puts the queen on a safer square. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This threatens to win a rook through an eventual fork. This misses an opportunity to move a piece to safety. This threatens to tactically win a rook. This allows the opponent to win a pawn through a fork. White will be winning a pawn with that fork. Moving the queen gives black more flexibility in the middle game. This misses a better way to tactically win a pawn. This overlooks a better way to counterattack an opposing knight. This overlooks a better way to tactically win a pawn. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This wins a pawn. This move puts the knight on a safer square. That's fine. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This moves the queen to safety. This evades the check from the queen. The knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This moves the knight to safety. Now black can't stop white from winning material if they make the right moves. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This wins material. Recaptures. This wins material. This threatens to win material through a fork. This wins material. This removes a knight that was threatening to win material. That was a free rook. The knight now occupies a secure outpost. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This overlooks an opportunity to develop a rook off its starting square. This move puts the knight on a safer square. Very precise. Right on target. This defends the attack pawn. This allows the knight to control more squares. This misses an opportunity to develop a rook off its starting square. White was better off, but now their position is winning. There was only one good move there. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This passed pawn is a strong asset for white. This evades the check from the pawn. This overlooks an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This permits the opponent to create a passed pawn. This is the way to win a pawn. Recaptures. This misses an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. This misses an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This missed an opportunity to punish a mistake. This allows the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This overlooks an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This allows the opponent to take an open file with a rook. This misses an opportunity to take an open file with a rook. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This stops the opponent from being able to take an open file with a rook. This threatens to win material through a tactic. This threatens to win material through an eventual pin. This threatens to win material through a tactic. This is the only move that works. This moves the bishop to safety. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. A very strong play. This moves the pawn to safety. This misses a much better move. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This is the strongest option. This steps away from the checking rook. This allows the capture of a rook to win material. Capturing that rook wins material. This allows the opponent to create a passed pawn. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. This is a fair move. That rook was free for the taking. This overlooks an opportunity to recapture a piece from a previous move. This prevents the opponent from being able to tactically win a rook. This misses an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. This continues down the road to checkmate.